Bruh.
The 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
The last 30 seconds, bro.
That was the longest second half I've
In my
ever
life.
experienced. Yes,
In my
longest.
life.
From start to finish, we were by the wall, against the wall.
We laid a siege at Etihad.
Bro. It was absolutely defensive, a defensive masterclass because the two players that scored for us, Calafiori, stunning goal, and Big Gabby, yet again. So in my mind, I'm now like, okay, worst case scenario, if we are not able to stay in this, we might be able to get a draw. But the fact that we went ahead, I'm like, now we can actually get a win because defending 11v11, we can get a draw. Imagine if it was 11v11. The game will still be very much.
Talking about 11 players, what's this problem with English referees?
The inconsistency is disgusting.
I'm tired of having this conversation all over and all over again because it seems like, Arsenal fans are playing the victim card and everything. But bro, even other fans saw it like you cannot be this inconsistent on camera.
Yeah, because Doku did the same thing. He kicked the ball out of play.
Silva did the same thing. Ruben Diaz should have gotten a second yellow card if we're all, being consistent. Because, bro, Ruben Diaz on a yellow card jumped and had his elbow in Havertz's neck. That's dangerous. If he was not on a yellow card, that's his first yellow card.
No.
And it's on record that Michael Oliver or whoever this corrupt referee
Michael Oliver,
it's on record that, first thing, he has given Arsenal 7 yellow cards in his career. That's more than any other team. And there are several big calls that Michael Oliver has done in favor of Man City. So if we're not even asking for investigation now or anything, right? But you cannot have this so much consistent evidence against a referee or something, and you still let him officiate big games.
You line him up for this kind of game. You line him up for this kind of game. But you know what?
It's a sign that your referee did a bad job if at the end of the game he's the topic of conversation.
Yeah, he shouldn't be that obvious in the game. He shouldn't be that obvious. No. But you know what? In as much as we know this is really painful, I would say there are so many positives to take away from this game.
100.
So many positives. Looking back at the run we've had, right? I've heard a lot of Arsenal fans do the permutation and combination of what the best outcome could be, knowing full well that winning all games is not realistic. Aston Villa, Tottenham.
We won.
Now we got a point at Etihad with 10. Yes, we almost won, bro. We almost won. We're just about 35 to 40 seconds away from getting the win because the 7 minutes, we cannot come here and say it was not justified.
Yeah. I mean, that's even another conversation that we might not be able to have what to say. We might not have concrete evidence to say. But even the 7 minutes, right? We all knew that if they give you 7 minutes, all those time wasting set pieces and all. Immediately Man City got that corner. The 7 minutes was over. So we knew that the corner is the last play of the game.
But was there a part in your mind that actually still felt that they might pull a goal back?
Yes.
But at the same time, we're in a good position if they do pull a goal back at the end of the game. Not because imagine if they pull a goal back 48 minutes into the second half.
They'll beat us.
They'll clearly do. They'll clearly do. So I think Arteta has actually managed this situation that we are in very well. The players have responded fantastically well. Now we can see the diversity that our defense can line up in. See how Timber performed.
Haram football.
Bro, at this stage, with what we have going on, with with Odegaard out, with Merino
Yeah,
out, I don't
and
mind it.
that second half, I was like, when we were entering the second half, I was like, we're going to play the greatest negative football in football's life. Bro, we
Bro,
had 12%.
did you see how many shots they had against us? Like
Like
28.
20,
That's their record amount of goal attempts in a half.
or I think our pass completion was like 12%. Or I can't remember if it was
We
pass
made like
completion or
5 passes in
possession.
the first
In,
25 minutes of the second
in the
half.
whole second half, we didn't make 20 passes.
Bro,
Nah.
Raya saw more of the ball than any of our attackers.
Raya was my man of the match, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Raya
No,
was my man of the match.
Raya is showing us why Ateta had his decision made clearly out, cut out for him. That you know what, this is the man to stay with. He's showing us why he is the Golden Glove
And we thank
goalkeeper.
God, though, Martinelli assists.
Martinelli was involved in the 2 goals,
He
critically
tried.
involved.
He tried. I won't lie.
The
I won't
first
lie. He's
goal,
trying.
the
And he's
first
coming.
goal being that he actually laid the ball off for Calafiori.
Mm-hmm.
The second goal is his positioning in
That,
how he blocked off Edison.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
You know that
yeah.
positioning? He didn't do like he was doing anything. He just turned his back. Now
Mm-hmm.
it was
Mm-hmm.
left for Edison to either decide to capitalize on that
Mm-hmm.
or
Mm-hmm.
find a way
Mm-hmm.
to get to the ball. But he
Very
thought he
true.
would be able to capitalize on it. And I'm like, this Gabriel guy, what is going on? You're going to score more goals than our attackers this season.
Before.
Two
Well,
goals in two
he has
games in the
16
Premier League.
he has 16 Premier League goals.
That is crazy.
That's more than some attackers. He's
Hmm.
he's more than what. Don't let me don't let me talk about other players on Gunners Lounge.
Bro,
No, 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 but it feels like a loss.
it
And
does.
if we're feeling like this after playing second half with just 10 players,
Mhm.
going to City and losing the 3 points, I mean dropping 2 points at the last 30 to 35 seconds of the game, and we feel like this
This way.
is a testament to how far we've come.
Yeah.
Because last year we were celebrating a draw
A
at
goalless
Etihad,
draw.
a goalless draw at Etihad.
Mm.
Now we're feeling bad for a 2-2 draw after going one man down in the first
You know,
half.
at this
City should be
point
scared.
of the season, if we're going to put it to the metrics of how we performed last season against these same teams, you can say that we've clearly made an improvement again.
Absolutely.
Aston Villa
100.
win away from home is an improvement of what we did last season. Now, having to go away from home to the Etihad, 2 goals scored in open play. No, okay, one in open play and one as a set piece,
Yeah.
right? Is an improvement. Actually,
Mm-hmm.
almost nicking it towards the end of the game that would have gotten it is an improvement. What
Mm-hmm.
we now need to now do is all those other games. We now need to bury them properly. We
Yeah.
now need to bury them properly. But I'm hopeful. It's just that now we've had another red card and another thing to think about for the next game coming up.
Maybe they're
But
Sterling.
they're Sterling ball, bro. I'm just weak. There's something about this game that is making me feel just like, oh my god, why us now? Why us at this point? Why?
Nah. God, my God in heaven will judge City. Will judge them. Their Ojoro is too much. They will pay for it one way or the other.
At the rate at which things are
Nah,
going,
it's
all
too
those
much.
charges, may I feel that all those charges will come to nothing at the end of the day. A mere slap on the wrist. That's
No,
what
no,
we're in
no.
there.
If I see it as a lose-lose situation for the Premier League, because
Mm,
if Premier League actually succeeds in nailing City,
yeah.
that means your reputation of the Premier League itself has been thrown away. because City would also want to prove like they are not the only ones that benefited from this. That means that is either you're going to like charge other clubs, other big clubs, not just
Mm.
like them Everton or the Nottingham Forest now. You have to like go, you have to make sure that you are transparent in
All
all
through.
your dealings. All your dealings. Now, that is also going to lead to another conversation of investigation of the referees of the
Mm.
PGMOL. Like what's going on? Why are you guys still controversial? What's the difference between English refs and European refs? Like why is the Champions League so different from the Premier League? Why is it full of drama? So
Yeah.
for me, right, I feel like referees are corrupt. They are benefiting from something, from the result, from all of these things. And once investigation enters that PGMOL, people will sing, and we know that it's not today. Like it's been since Arsene Wenger era that we know that the PGMOL has been shady. The referees, English referees, are shady. They are corrupt. They are hiding something. I'm telling you, they are
Oh, that's a
hiding
major
something.
allegation you're putting out there.
English referees are corrupt.
Yeah, but
Because
the main problem we're having right now with the English officiating is inconsistency, and
yes,
is either of two things. Is either of lack of professionalism, like they actually don't know what to do, which I strongly doubt, or there is
mm-hmm.
something instigating their oblivious attitude to maintaining consistency. Because why is it that in a particular game, what warrants a yellow card for one doesn't warrant a yellow card for the other? That's too obvious. That's
Then even
that's
it's not even only about Arsenal now. Like you see a lot of like VAR calls. The angle that you're checking VAR from this goal is different from the angle you're checking from that goal. You are canceling this goal for offside, but you're not canceling this goal because the camera angle. Like you have to have a standard rule
procedure.
or standard procedure for anything and apply it consistently. You cannot say this rule of law works for this person and the same rule of law doesn't work for the
Or for
next
another.
person.
I think that's the main complaint that even Arteta is having. Like
He
it's
just wants
embarrassing
consistency.
according to him.
Yeah. Even was it not Saka last year?
Disgrace.
All we want is consistency.
Yeah. All we want is consistency. But
Yes.
let's I will not even whine on further about it because it's done. Right? We've gotten uh 7 points out of 9 in tough
Yeah.
games. So we're still in the title race, no doubt. We just need to show up our acts when it comes to all those other games that we have. Even the Newcastle game, I'm not even as bothered as I was some
No,
days ago.
it's Leicester we're playing, I guess. I think it's
Is it
Leicester.
Leicester? Okay,
It's
we'll
Leicester.
confirm that. We'll still have our conversation before the
Yeah,
game and all.
definitely. And
But
this red card, it might
mm,
for Trossard, it might just affect the League Cup because we have the League Cup before the Premier League, right?
oh, okay,
So it might just affect him against Bolton, and he'll be back
bro. I'm not gonna
for
mince words against Bolton. Please bring Ethan. Bring Ethan. Oh,
may he play,
he should play
may
because
Ethan play, may
if
Lewis
he's
Kelly
the
play.
if he's the only option after Odegaard that we have that was left in the club, bro, play him. I don't care if he's 16. Play him. He's clearly mature enough to
Make it
be
they
with the first team.
make it they wear diaper self. Play him, play
Play
him.
him. You
Uh-uh.
see our Highland boys. Fulham.
See, you see Lewis Kelly, Abby.
Oh, Lewis Kelly.
Lewis Lewis Kelly entered game on a yellow card. I was like, oh man, make this guy no go.
I said, what's wrong with this one? You never even get your debut game. You're already collecting.
He collect yellow card for
Yeah, but
bench. I
the
was
boy
like,
looks quite sturdy, physically capable to actually step in. He's going to be turning 18 soon, so
mm-hmm.
yeah, it's one of the new additions to the defense from Hillland that we're proud of. Do we even have any other? Do we have any other person from Hillland that is in our defense? Nobody from Hillland is in our defense.
Haven.
Yeah, but no,
He
not
wasn't he wasn't on
not
the bench.
involved.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, he
so
wasn't, but he wasn't.
having Lewis Kelly involved from Hill, and I'm happy about that. We should get one more person in the midfield from Hill, and so that we have a representative from attack to the midfield to defense. But
Yeah.
yeah, progressive results for us. More not losing all 3 points and
No,
also getting a point.
we're still
Though it feels
undefeated
like it
now.
feels like 3 points lost, not a point gained. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it
It
feels
does.
like 3 points lost. But we have to remind ourselves that this is the Etihad.
Bruh, the city,
Though
man.
we had fortune play us, positively on the side that Rodri was out of the game. That
I think
just a
I don't
minute
think
after he
Rodri is
left, we
fit.
scored.
Yeah, I don't think he's fit.
Yeah, but oh well.
Yeah, you
Notwithstanding,
know fit. May no fit. Nigeria they find self. Make the guy no fit.
bro, I
Ah,
said, can we survive this heat for 45
ah.
minutes? It was unlikely. It was
Talking of
unlikely.
which, talking of which, would you do you still prefer do you still prefer Timber on the left or on the right?
With what I've seen today between Calafiori and Martinelli, I want
Mm-hmm.
to see it again. I want to see it again. Our attacking. So I'm not imagining what could be if now Merino comes into that equation.
Bro. And I see and I and it's also a good thing now that Merino is not even available. I'm seeing the positives from Merino not being available. Um us trying out Calafiori, us trying out Timber, and Martinelli also trying to rediscover his form, right? I
Yes.
think it's from Martinelli, he's going to like work on other parts of his game. He
Yes.
should, and it's just about confidence and form. He's going to come back. On the defensive side, I think we are also learning and seeing our options that we have. For me, I prefer Calafiori, even even as a flat defender or as an inverted fullback. I think he offers a little bit more from the left than
Yes.
Timber.
But
So,
what
but
would
on
you say
the
about Timber on the right though? Timber on the right as well.
Timber on the right was good.
It was good,
So
but
that's
if you pick Ben White on his heyday, full form, our attack from the right with White is much more
fun.
delightsome.
Absolutely, because of White and Saka's relationship.
Plus the mix of Odegaard in it as well.
Exactly. That triangle, they are
Mm,
so familiar with each other. They've played like a lot of years. So that's the advantage that Ben White is going to have on the right side over Timber. You see that left side then?
mm,
Say we never get favorites for left back. Zinchenko was a
no,
defensive liability. Kiwior was an attacking liability or defensive liability or whatever, or he needed runs of games
to
to
get
now
back to
catch that
his
form.
to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like his most like natural position. So I guess it's just now that we have seemed to like locked it down. And we're still not sure who is the favorite or who is one or two now because we don't know if it's Calafiori or Timber. But it's a good problem to have, and I think that's
Mm.
why that's what we also that's also a problem that we would like to have on the right side with Timber and Ben White because remember Ben White is also a good right center back.
Yep. That's where it started off from now.
So again, it's just going to I mean, I'm not praying for Saliba to even have headache or in any in any situation. But if
Mhm.
Saliba is unavailable and sometimes, it's a good shout for us to be able to bring Ben White back to centre back.
The way it appears now is like we really don't have any natural left back, right back. All our defenders are centre
They are all
backs.
centre backs. They are all centre backs. They are all
So
centre backs.
that's just an interesting mix. Then
Mm-hmm.
Tomiyasu still on the sidelines. When he
Mm-hmm.
gets back, his option on
Mm-hmm.
the right as well. So as far as defense is concerned, it just feels like Arsenal now is all about the defense,
Yeah. Well, I
all
mean,
about set piece.
we don't lack any
You don't like
defending. We
anything in
don't we,
defense.
we don't lack anything defender or anything defending issue. We
Yeah.
don't, you know. But you see that Zinchenko, they should change Zinchenko's department, as far as I'm concerned, because he's not first two
No.
in left back.
I think with all that has been happening in defense now, it gives a big shout to Zinchenko being tested in the midfield. Like, please
Hmm.
give him an opportunity because that's the midfield we are suffering the most.
Yeah,
Because
we lack numbers in the midfield.
as far as I'm concerned, though, as far as I'm concerned, it should be a mix of Partey, Zinchenko, Jorginho in that mix.
Yeah,
You get like, come on, is there a job that Jorginho will do that Zinchenko can't actually get 80% on right now? If you look at it,
to be honest, Zinchenko can do a good job in that midfield for
yeah.
us.
So
He will
it's
do
just
he will do a better job in the midfield for us right now than
yeah,
in defense.
100, 100, 100. But if you look at let's rate the players now. Raya, I'll give Raya clearly.
20.
And
20/10.
I'll still give him a nine. I'll still give him a nine. Because basically, he had a great performance. However, that first goal, I'm of the opinion that if he had gone down to his left earlier,
Faster.
yeah, he could
Yeah.
have gotten that. So I'll just give him a nine for that. But after that, he was absolutely amazing with those great saves. Looking at our new
Calafiori?
guy, yeah, our new guy on the left, Calafiori. I'll give him an eight. That goal,
Okay.
I'll give
Okay.
him an eight. I'll just give him an eight because that goal changed a lot about the game. It kind of like made City, they actually started the game more fierce.
Yeah.
But after that goal, they became more cautious.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
now had the first corner that looks like something could happen from a corner,
Mm-hmm.
really, and the second
Mm-hmm.
corner that now turned into another goal. So,
Yeah.
yeah, he spurred the game on, like he spurred the game on real
Mm-hmm.
good.
Mm-hmm.
So let's give it to him on that. Saliba, what would you give Saliba?
Saliba did a good job. I think
He did a
Saliba
good
did his
job.
normal. He did his normal
He
good
did a
job that
good job.
that
If
we're
there's
taking for
any
granted now.
is anything I'm going to take away from him is probably those last moments where he started celebrating, and I felt like, God,
It
keep
was
your
still
heads
early.
together. You probably would
Yeah.
lose concentration. So that last play they had from that corner that they came into deep, that we're actually out of position for a bit.
Mm.
You,
Yeah.
you,
So you see
you
that last corner, right?
yes,
Even when Grealish was going to take the corner, everybody was inside the box. Like
mm,
they will play short corner, right? Like I'm not saying like we should like come out and press, but you need to be aware. You need to be full of concentration because anything can still happen.
anything could
Yes,
happen, and
we
it did
always
happen.
we always celebrate our defenders. We always celebrate defending, blocks,
Yeah.
corners, all this kind of stuff. But it shouldn't be more than our level of concentration.
Hmm.
So I agree with you. A 7 is fair, but again, a 7 for Saliba is almost like average performance. And
He
again,
will.
it
He
just
did.
shows how much of a Rolls Royce of a defender he is.
Yeah. Do you know why I would give him a seven? Really, I will stick with a
Yeah.
seven because the men beside him, in the sense of Gabriel and Calafiori, they actually perform defensively very well altogether. No
Yeah.
doubt, I'm not going to
Yeah.
take anything away from them. But what I'm looking at is the goal contribution now. That if I'm going to give Calafiori an eight and Big Gabby an eight, I wouldn't give Saliba an eight for that
Saliba,
as well.
yeah.
So I'll just give him a
Yeah, yeah.
seven. But
Facts,
that doesn't
facts,
take away from the fact that he actually had a great game
facts,
for the most
facts,
part of
facts,
it.
facts.
And yeah, then Timber. What do you think of Timber on the right?
I think I'll give Timber a 7.
Coming back to the midfield now, um, I feel at first I was bothered about Partey, but I have to say he didn't do as bad as I thought he would do. He defensively, when we had to, face that onslaught, he actually stood his ground.
No, he tried. He
Though
tried.
he had those
He,
moments again where he
Mhm.
chesting the ball in critically dangerous areas.
Stay away. Just be the ball. But
It's
yeah,
all
when
good.
you start the bro, I don't know. So I I agree with you, right? But you see that nickname that Pate had, that octopus nickname. I'm on a
Yeah.
shrimp now. Baba na Baba na crayfish now. Na
Aye.
ju
How are the
na
minds falling?
na jumbo lobster now. No be he's not because there were even some balls that he was trying to like stretch, and it seems like Pate's legs are shorter now. Like before.
Before
Like
he
Pate
reaches
was
everything.
I'm like
So what would you give
Pate
him? A
na
6 or a
shrimp
7?
now. But I'll still give him a 7, Sha. So I think, to be honest, everybody did well.
I think yeah, I think altogether, right? I think everybody
Yeah,
deserves like an average score of 7.
yeah. An average score of 7, but Trossard can do better.
Trossard put us in this precarious situation we found ourselves in the
Yes,
sense that
yes, he
that
can do better.
pulling of the shirt of Savinho
Yes.
didn't didn't help us in any
He
way.
didn't need it. He didn't need to do
He
it.
didn't need to do that.
He didn't need to do
Then
it.
then the second yellow card was unfortunate that he was on the wrong
Mm-hmm.
side of
Mm-hmm.
the
Of
colors.
corruption. Corruption.
How are the colors? The light blues have it light, while the red is having it hot all
Mm.
the time. So we'll
You
leave it
know?
to that. We'll leave it to that. But
Yeah.
in terms of what he brought to the team, creativity wise, while he was there, yeah, he actually wasn't putting up a bad
Yeah, yeah. He
performance.
didn't do
Yeah,
well. He
so
didn't do well. But Kai in that midfield, I'm going to give Kai an 8. Again, the
he
hard
did a
work.
lot. He did a
The
lot. He
hard
did a
work.
lot. He did a lot. I'm certainly looking at the Arsenal fan base now that even that song they probably want to do something about that song because it's definitely not 60 million down the drain.
So I think it's sarcasm, right? I think
Yeah,
that 60 million down the drain is for people that claimed that we wasted 60 million, that we dashed
Chelsea.
Chelsea 60 million and stuff like that. But if down the drain, yeah, let it go down the drain. He's very important for us. Not
So
only for the goals, like if
yeah,
we're in our full flow, like attacking wise, he would always be at the end of the goals. But if we're playing like haram negative football, right,
he's always
bro,
there too.
he's always there.
There
So
was a moment where Timbers man got past him, but there was Kai.
there was Kai. There was Kai. He
I'm
was in the
like,
midfield. He was in the flanks. No, nah. He was in defense. Nah, he tried. He tried. I'll give Kai an 8.
then
But Patrick 7, Saka 7. Even though it was just one half,
yeah,
you
he
know.
had to go because of the situation we were in.
Yeah, yeah. Of
And
course, of course,
then
of course.
Martinelli, I'm waiting to hear your own score for Martinelli.
Whew. I'll still give Martinelli a 7.
Yes, 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 yes,
I'll
yes,
still
yes.
give him a 7. He didn't do. He tried in this game. I don't know. Martinelli always plays well against City for some reason. So
City and Liverpool.
yeah, yeah. So he tried. I'm not even going to complain about he put in a good shift
They put in a good shape
defensively.
actually.
But you see, when you are the outlet of a defensive team, let's use Salah as an example.
Mm-hmm.
When Liverpool are defending, and when they are defending with all their players, and they want to counter you,
Mm-hmm.
when Salah gets the ball, he does like he contributes meaningful, like he's more effective with the ball, right? Than Martinelli. Like you will see him trying to get the ball, trying to run, but you always miss the ball. You always like I
Mm.
don't know. I
I
know
think I
that he
think
has
he's
the
still.
ability.
I know he has the ability. There's no doubt about his ability. I think he just needs to get back to that mental state of being, that confidence that
Mm,
that would actually get him to spur on again. He has lost that touch, but I know it's still right there. This season is a long one. It's enough time for him to rediscover himself.
yeah,
We'll
yeah,
keep
he will.
watching and hoping that he gets back. And
I
if he
hope Brazil
doesn't,
doesn't call him. I hope Brazil doesn't call him up for any
they
international.
won't call him. They won't call him. With what is going on right now, they won't call him. They need they
Yeah,
need
like,
they need confidence players right now because they are not also doing very well. So they won't
yeah,
call somebody shaking the
true.
confidence. They won't
Yeah.
call Gabi Jesus, they will not call Martinelli, so they should leave him alone. It's just Margales now that big Gabi that they will just be dragging up and down.
Big Gabi, they'll
They will
drag
drag
Saliba,
Gabi.
they'll drag Raya, they'll drag Calafiori, they'll drag Timber.
Yeah, Rice, normal level. It's all
Ah,
good, my
right.
G. So we will take the positives in the sense that we've won a point, we've not lost a game yet, and we are moving on. I won't use the word we are
Mhm.
scoring on. Jeez.
Abego. Abego. We're
Yeah,
gunning
so
on.
we're going on for more. Hopefully we are going to have a great run this October. We
Mhm.
have some lighter fixtures coming up, and
Yeah.
yeah, great chatting with you again, my G.
Oh, my pleasure, man. My pleasure, man.
1 point in the bag. Let's go.
1 point at Etihad, and they must all go to prison.